Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. So guys, smash the like button on this video. Hit the subscribe button. Share the videos. Subscribe to the channel, of course. I really appreciate all of your support. As you guys are aware, as you guys know, that I really love all of your guys' input, all of your guys' feedback. Give me the feedback as well. If there's things that you want me to improve, and listen, I am looking. I've got a couple of weeks off now, so I am going to be looking into. I'm doing and things, trying to promote my channel further, and I'm doing all these things. I want you guys to be aware of what I'm doing. But yeah, if there is feedback, let me know, and I will try input it as best I can. As you guys know, technology is not my strongest point, but I have got better at it. So yeah, give me feedback. I always appreciate feedback. You know, at the end of the day, you're the viewer, you're the customer, you're the people that watch my channel, you're the people that, you know, want better viewing. So I need to improve things to make it better. So you need to tell me what you want. Maybe I do more interviews rather than you seeing my face all the time. Maybe I do more interviews, get Salman on, get other guys on, Ray, Steven, and do more breakdowns with them on specific videos. I am going to try do that as well during this week because I am off a couple of weeks. So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. Just let me know what you want and we can improve that. But like I said, I always say, keep smashing the like button, because when you smash the like button, it really helps the channel. Smash the like button on all my videos. It really helps. It really helps me get out there. But like I keep saying, any feedback, anything you want me to know, do you want me to do more interviews, get out there, whatever, just let me know. It really helps. Really, really helps. So I want to get straight into this. I want to get right into this. Tony Bellew believes that Canelo Alvarez will stop Artur Beterbiev. He says the warning signs are there. He says the warning signs are there with Artur Beterbiev, and he goes, there's shots that Canelo throws that can get Beterbiev in big trouble, and weaknesses that Beterbiev has that Canelo will exploit. Now, when I did a video about this, it got a very mixed reaction on the live. It got a very mixed reaction on the video. It got a very mixed reaction when I put the video up on Facebook as well. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there with the mindset that Beterbiev will beat Canelo. There's a lot of you out there, a lot of you. And I'm saying Canelo fans, like we saw on the live stream, Juan came on and he said, I'm worried. Or was it Juan? I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Juan or somebody else. I can't remember. Came on and said that, you know what, we're worried for Canelo. We're Canelo fans, but I'm a Canelo fan, but I'm worried. I can't remember who it was. I'm going to have to go watch the live stream. But one of you came on and said, I'm a Canelo fan, but I'm worried about this fight. I am worried about Canelo fighting Artur Beterbiev. And I think, you know what? You know what? That there. You know when you're saying you're worried about Canelo fighting Artur Beterbiev? That's a good thing. That's when you know that Canelo's in a fight now that is a very, very dangerous fight. When Canelo was fighting Callum Smith, as a fan, you're always going to be worried because there's always that anxiousness when your favorite fighter's fighting. But really, deep down, you know Canelo was going to beat Caleb Plant. You know Caleb's going to beat Callum Smith. But now you're genuinely worried. Now you're thinking, oh my God, Canelo could actually lose this fight. Canelo could actually get beaten by Artur Beterbiev. That's what's going through your mindset, because you know Canelo's going to be in with a monster like himself. And that's why you're nervous. And that's what makes, when you're watching a fighter, like, for example, when I'll be watching Khan Brook, I'll be so nervous. So nervous. Why? Because I know that that's a close fight. Both guys are past their best. I don't know who's going to win that. So I'm going to be so nervous. Butterflies in my stomach because I'm supporting somebody. I want Amir Khan to win. So I'm going to be so nervous. The same way you guys are when Canelo fights. But if Amir Khan was fighting a nobody, like when he was or not nobody, but if he fights someone lower level, like when he fought Billy Dib, I wasn't nervous because I knew Khan was going to win that fight. But when he's fighting somebody that I know, whoa, this is a 50-50 fight and he could lose that fight, like most of his fights at world level, I was worried. The same way now you guys are going to be feeling the same way, or I'm going to be feeling the same way, because I want Canelo to win against Beterbiev as well. I'm a massive Canelo fan. But some of you are hardcore Canelo fans, hardcore, right? And you're gonna know, you in your head, you know that when you're watching that, oh my God, this is a very, very dangerous fight for Canelo. So there's gonna be that nervousness then. There's gonna be that nervous energy when you're watching him. It's gonna be like, you're gonna be like a nervous wreck on the edge of your seat. That's what's beautiful. That's the beauty. And that's why I say there's nothing wrong with supporting fights. People say, no, you should be neutral when you do. No, no, no. I want to be honest with you. I am a fan of Canelo. I am a fan of Khan. I am a fan of Pacquiao. I'm not going to hide that. There's no need to hide that. But when I come to do a post-fight video, I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to tell you how it is. Like, look, I prefer Canelo over Golovkin, but Golovkin beat Canelo the first time, in my opinion. I'm not biased. I'll say how it is. My like for a fighter won't make me be biased. If Amir Khan was to lose to Kell Brook, I'm going to come out and say it how it is. You know, I'm not biased towards any fighter. I'll tell you how I feel. I'll tell you the truth. And that's when you call being biased. Or when you come on a channel and you say, oh, Canelo's been robbed or whatever. That's being biased, even though when you know he's lost. That's called being a fanboy. You know, I'm not a fanboy. I'm a boxing fan that likes certain fighters. Like we all do. A fanboy is somebody that tries to make out that even if his fighter's lost, oh no, he won the fight. He was robbed, this, that, and the other, because they're like a fanboy of that particular fighter. You know, that's what I call a fanboy. Whereas I'm more of a hardcore boxing fan. And a lot of you are hardcore boxing fans. So this fight with Beterbiev is a good thing for boxing because Canelo will be in a fight which will be seen as 50-50. And that's what makes the fight intriguing. That's what makes the fight great. In terms of actually the fight itself and what Bellew had to say, look, Beterbiev is 36 years of age. He's going to be 37 soon. Although he's a very fresh fighter, and what I mean by fresh fighter, I mean that he's not really had a lot of hard fights. You know, a lot of his fights have been pretty comfortable. And he's quite fresh in terms of as a pro, but he's had a lot of amateur fights. So, you know, you've got to, you know, that takes its toll as well. He is getting older. He's not getting any younger. So for him, he needs the fight as soon as possible. For Canelo can wait it out, make him older, and then fight him. But I do think if that fight's going to happen, it's going to happen within the next year. Personally, I think Canelo will fight Beterbiev sooner rather than later, if he is going to fight Beterbiev. I do agree with Tony Bellew. I think there's weaknesses in Beterbiev's game. I've said it before that Beterbiev can't just walk forward against Canelo like he can do against other fighters, because Canelo Alvarez will have something waiting for him. I don't think there's anyone in the light heavyweight division right now that I think can really trouble Beterbiev, just because people say Bivol. I don't think Bivol is a better boxer, but the problem is Bivol won't be able to keep Beterbiev off. Govzik was a good boxer, but Govzik couldn't keep Beterbiev off. That's the problem when you fight Beterbiev. You can't keep him off. He's too strong. And that's why I think in the previous video I said that, you know, Beterbiev would knock Bivol out, because Beterbiev's too strong. Bivol's a skilled boxer, and Beterbiev will walk straight through him. And I don't think Bivol's got the power to hurt Beterbiev. I don't think Bivol's got the dynamite in his hands. The problem is now, when you come up against a Saul Canelo Alvarez, when you're walking forward, right, you've got to be careful, because Canelo Alvarez has got dynamite in his hands, and he's got a very explosive power. He's got the kind of power that can really hurt you. Really hurt you. You can't walk forward like that. The uppercuts, the right hands, the left hooks, they're going to, I don't care who you are, they're going to do damage. Believe me. Canelo Alvarez could hurt Beterbiev honestly, he can. He can. Easily can as well. Body shots, uppercuts, and maybe Beterbiev can hurt Canelo. But I know Canelo can hurt Beterbiev. There's no way Beterbiev could just walk forward and take everything Canelo gives and just not be affected by it. Impossible. Impossible. You know, I don't think there's anyone that can just walk forward. Maybe Golovkin, but Golovkin, like I said, that guy's on another level in terms of toughness. And even Golovkin, like I said before, go watch those fights. Golovkin was being careful in what he was doing. You could see his facial expressions were changing when Canelo hit him. And like I said, you ain't going to get anyone as tough as Golovkin. When we know Beterbiev's chin and durability isn't like Golovkin, there isn't anybody like that. There isn't anybody in boxing. Maybe Danny Garcia is another one that can take such brutal punishment. You know, he's got a granite chin. But Golovkin is just tough as nails. There isn't many boxers out there that can take that kind of punishment. I don't believe that right hand that hit Golovkin on the chin, the one that knocked Amir Khan out cold, the one that Golovkin took flush right on the chin and he didn't even move. His face just went like that, and he kept marching forward. I don't believe if that hits Beterbiev on the chin, that Beterbiev wouldn't be affected by that. If Beterbiev gets hit by a good body shot, or he gets hit by an uppercut, which I believe the way Beterbiev fights, he could be getting hit with a lot of uppercuts, and Canelo's uppercut could do some serious damage. I'm telling you guys, Canelo's a very, very heavy-handed guy, irrespective of what weight. He's a very, very heavy-handed guy. Especially somebody that potentially is known for a suspect chin. Now, I'm not saying Beterbiev has a suspect chin, because I think Beterbiev is tough as nails. I think Beterbiev, he's taken other shots of Brown and other fighters, but he has been down. And he got knocked down heavy against Callum Johnson. We're talking about his legs were all over the place. Now, he got back up and got the job done, but his legs looked gone. If you look at the way he got back up against Johnson, you could clearly see that he was badly hurt in that fight. Now, Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion, hits as hard, if not harder, than Callum Johnson. Believe me on that. Canelo can bang hard, right? And I feel if he hits, and Canelo's a lot faster than Callum Johnson as well. So his punches aren't just hard, they're fast. He can throw fast combinations as well. He digs those body shots in. Canelo is a serious force. I think some of you guys are overlooking how good and skilled Canelo is. And how hard he hits. I think you don't realize how hard he is. Like Frank Sanchez says, this guy could KO a heavyweight. That's what Frank Sanchez said. The only guy that's really been able to take Canelo's power and not be affected by it is probably Golovkin. And Danny Jacobs. I think Danny Jacobs took his shots. And Danny Jacobs, I was quite surprised in that fight. Canelo probably should have closed the show against Jacobs. He should have definitely, in my opinion, tried to get him out of there, because Jacobs didn't look at any point he was getting out of there. So that was kind of surprising, because I thought Canelo, but then Jacobs showed against Golovkin that he was a lot of durability. So maybe that was Jacobs' prime years, where Jacobs was a very good fighter. But when you look at the other guys at 168, Canelo's been doing some serious damage to those guys. Serious damage. His power, since he's moved up from to light heavyweight and then super middleweight, his power has been ridiculous. He's been a serious powerhouse. And the way he knocked out Kovalev was devastating. And that's the other thing Tony Bellew said. He said, the power was too much for Kovalev. And he goes, I think the power will also be a lot for Beterbiev. And listen, it's by no means a gimme fight. Canelo could lose that fight, but that's what makes the fight interesting. That's what makes the fight exciting. But I think you guys are overlooking how great Canelo is, and I think Canelo will prove that. I hope this fight happens. I really want this fight to happen. And a lot of you said, well, Canelo doesn't have the same confidence that you have, Imran, in himself. Well, to be honest, I think Canelo has a lot of confidence in himself. That's why he's achieved what he's achieved. That's why he's got to where he's got to. The thing is, it's got to make sense for Canelo. It depends on what Canelo is irked on by. Is Canelo think going up to cruiserweight fighting Makabu is going to be greater for his legacy? Or does Canelo think fighting Beterbiev in a unification fight at light heavyweight greater? He's probably thinking, let me go and fight Makabu. And Mike made a good point yesterday. It could be tactical. So he may look at it and think, let's see if I can go to cruiserweight, handle the power of a cruiserweight, then come back down and then fight a light heavyweight in Beterbiev. And then I'll be used to taking shots for bigger men. And it'll be more interesting. I think Makabu's a different fighter, because Makabu's more of a... he's not more of a pressure fighter. Beterbiev's a pressure fighter. But Makabu's more of a guy that, he boxes and then he looks for that left hand. He doesn't really hunt you down like Beterbiev. It's a completely different styles and fights. Styles make fights. So, Beterbiev's a completely different style. And I think Beterbiev's style... Listen, pressure fighters, give anyone trouble. Pressure fighters would give any boxer, because boxers like space so they can do their work. When you've got a pressure fighters are closing down the distance and they're not letting you work. They're on top of you. They're making it life awkward and horrible for you. And Canelo is a great boxer, but Canelo can also go toe to toe. He can also box on the back foot. He can box in the center of the ring. So Canelo can do everything. He's a very faceted fighter. He can do a lot of things. He's a very versatile fighter. You know, he can do a lot of things, Canelo Alvarez. You know, so to me, I agree with Tony Bellew. I think Canelo Alvarez will knock out Beterbiev. I think there's a lot of things going in Canelo's favor. Now, people may think I'm crazy, but like I said, I'm giving you a prediction. I've made this prediction for a very long time that I think he'll beat Beterbiev. I might be wrong. I might be right. And I've been right before and I've been wrong before. So let's see. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see if this fight happens. And listen, Canelo has to fight him first, because we all know Beterbiev will take that fight in a heartbeat. You know, Canelo's the one that's got to make that decision and make whether he wants to fight Beterbiev. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know your opinion. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.